Blog Talk Radio.
Shut up, y'all. Hey, everybody. Welcome to tonight's show. As usual, we were talking before this thing came on to kind of interrupt us and told the show would start, so we were not prepared. But anyway, welcome. Today is July 27th, 2017. What else? What else? Like, see, now you got me thrown off track, Clint. You still laughing. Oh, man. If you the pre-show that y'all missed, that'd be, I don't know. Anyway, if you're listening right now, you're on blogtalkradio.com/GSC radio show. If you want to call in, phone number is 657-383-1155. Phone line opens at 10:15. If you want to see us at GSC_radio. Tonight we got a great topic for you guys tonight. We're talking about trending topics, stuff that's been going on with whether it's social media or the regular media. We just want to talk about it and give our opinions on this shit. Guys, you want to say hi?
What's going on, good people? It's your boy Clint. Get at me.
What up, though, folks? This is Willie Styles.
Oh, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to take a sip of water.
You heard me saying more, but I decided to cut it short. My greeting.
Yes, I was waiting for you to. Yeah, I was waiting for you to say more, and you're gonna fucking stop. I'm like, damn, I'm drinking my water. I was waiting.
We do that to keep Sonny on her toes. So every.
They do that to these stadiums. And like, what's Sonny doing? She ain't even paying attention. Miss I am. I just took me a long sip of water. That's what I did. Anyway, how was y'all week this week? We're going to start with Willie because Clint tried to kill himself a couple weeks back. We want to see how Willie doing right now.
Yeah, we got to slide. We got to slide into Clint's week because that's So my week's been good. It's been slow motion really. I mean, I've been just working extra hard. I mean, I got a new job. Well, not a new job, but I got a new role that I got in my job, and it's been having me just super busy all day long. It's mostly, I work from home sometimes, but it's really challenging when you got new stuff to do and you got to learn, new things. So, I've just been trying to do that. The kids been bored, of course, because I've been busy, but I did get them out, for some sushi one day, and shout out to the sushi restaurants out there because they'll be keeping me cool. I love them. And then I discovered that I love sweet potato sushi. So if y'all into sushi out there, ask your local restaurateur if they got sweet potato tempura sushi. It's the best thing out right now, best thing going. Other than that, it's just been it's been one of those weeks. It's been blessed and trying to keep it pushing.
Right. One thing you can do. What?
Well, it started off really last Friday. It was my cousin's birthday weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So we really everybody was at my house. We got nice. Hey, I don't know what you be into. We was, but we was over here, got nice, and we decided to go to the casino.
No invite.
And we ain't get back from the casino till like 7:30 in the morning, something like that. We got there around like 11 at night. We was there all night. And while I was there, I had this massive headache. Stomach. I wasn't feeling well. And I figured maybe I need to get some sleep, eat, or all of that. But for the next couple of days, I was down. I was really out of it. So, I'm just really getting back to myself. Got a nice little workout today, and other than that, everything's been good.
Oh, well, I have more of an interesting week. Well, actually, a couple of days. I just got to tell you this real quick. So I was in the house the other day, and like my week was uneventful up until this point. So I was in my house minding my business. It was like almost pushing 10 o'clock. I hear it beeping outside my house all crazy. So I'm like, okay, who's out there? It's not nobody for me. It can't be nobody for me because nobody shows up to my house without me knowing who the hell they are. So the beeping continued, so I see somebody get out of a car and walk towards my steps. So I'm thinking it's somebody from my son dad dropping off money for his counter. So I go, I put some clothes on, and I go open the door like, hey. And they're like, hey, Brad. So I'm like, hey, what's up? And they're talking to me. This guy, he's talking to me. He got dressed. I'm like, yeah, he got one of my son people. I don't, like, this, I ain't recognize him. So he's talking to me. He asked me how my daughter's doing. I'm like, oh, she doing good. Blah, blah, yeah. And I heard another one. I'm like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then I realized that wasn't somebody my son dad knew. So I'm like, yeah, so, who are you? And he told me his name, and he looked at me like I'm supposed to know who the fuck he was. No idea, right? So he's talking to me and telling me how he knows me. I met him at one of my space nights at my old apartment. He used to come. He came with some guy that's like a family friend, and we exchanged numbers. But then he kind of like I thought this is what he did. Here's what he did. So the night I met him 10 years ago, I met him. He came to my space night. He played cards, whatever. We got to talking. We exchanged numbers. He was cool, right? An hour after he left, he sent me a picture of his dick. I'm like, why would you just send me that? Well, I just met you. I didn't ask for that. Like, why am I getting it? So basically what happened, I told him don't call me because that wasn't cool, blah, 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 all that hoopla. So I never talked to him for 10 years. So apparently the dude that I know told him where I live currently, and this dude decided to show up at my damn house. So, and then he asked my number. I'm like, I don't think I want to give you my number. He like, why? I'm like, I just not in the place right now, blah, 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 all that crap. So I let it go. Yesterday, I get home from work early. My people that work with me like, oh, I'm in your neighborhood. I might stop by. See the store. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll come outside. We talking. Tell me why this dude walked past my house. He live around the corner now, and he's be walking by my house now. So I think it's a little weird. He asked me why I ain't called. I'm like, I don't think I need to call you. And first, I'm really not gonna call you because you right around the corner from my goddamn house. And now on top of that, I'm already talking to somebody. So why would I call you? But, like, it's crazy. I don't know, because the last couple of days he's just been walking by my house and staring at it.
Oh, he tried to get you.
Isn't that, but no, hold on. Let me tell you where he was for 10 years. He was locked the fuck up. So not only was he was locked the fuck up, but I don't even know what. So I don't know what. And this my family friend person gave him my address. Like, why would you do that?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, like, you been for 10 years, you've been locked up, and now this nigga you come out. How you remember me from 10 years ago? Like, I barely remember you because we only talked once. I gave my number, you did that crazy shit, I never talked to you again. And then you just show up at my house.
Here's the question you need to ask yourself. Why whoever gave him your address was so comfortable and so free about giving somebody.
Oh, yeah, no, we had me and that person had a nice conversation, and I was like, what the fuck type of shit is that? Like, who does? First of all, I don't give out phone numbers without people letting people know, like, hey, so-and-so asked your number, is it cool if I give him some? I don't even do that. So, like, why would you just send somebody to my house? Like, what if I send some random bitch to your house and used to date that she thought was crazy to your house? Like, I don't, like, who does that? Like, I was sitting in shock and completely caught off guard. I was sitting there smiling. He was like, what's the smile from? Like, this is crazy. This is fucking crazy. I said, nobody in the history of my entire life has ever showed up to my house unannounced.
I got some thoughts on that, and I'm gonna keep that to myself off air.
No, please save me, because if something happens to me, I need y'all to know what that come find me.
Right, man, that's crazy.
That's why I said.
Yeah, that's weird. That's a little bit too much. That's costing the grain right there.
Yes, that is. And now, like, I'm having a barbecue this weekend. The dude I've been talking to about to meet the family, this nigga right around the corner is going to be acting dumb. And I'm going to have to be like, hey. So my thing is, should I tell the dudes that I'm talking to, like, hey, this crazy thing happened this week, just so you know. Like, just so you know.
You got to give him a heads up. Don't let him walk into something you ain't prepared for, you feel me?
Yeah.
Even because you never know what's going on through mine. You feel me? Easy.
Right.
That's the real reason why he keep coming by. Oh, she easy. I'm gonna get her.
No. That's crazy. Like, he completely caught me off guard. I was like, who? Oh my God! Like, I called my sister and I was like, yo, call what's the name and ask him what the fuck he doing, giving somebody my address. Like that, like you could have just called a heads up. Like, you my friend on Facebook, you could have inboxed him like, hey, Brad, remember so and so? No, don't give him my address. Like, it would have been simple. There was no conversation. There was none of that. You didn't tell me anything. This dude just showed up at my house, and I said to him, like, who just does that? Like, nobody does that. Because I really wanted to see you, But like, who shows up to people's house? Like, that's not the way.
Right.
Yeah, I don't even care if somebody do got my number and I do talk to them. I don't want you showing up in my house unless I invite you. So
exactly, right?
I moved one time because a girl showed up at my crib thinking I was about to hook up with her. I'm like, no. So I moved. Literally up and moved.
I can dig it. Yeah, for you to show up at my house, you feel me? First of all, we gotta be real close friends. You to just pop up at my house.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you know what I mean? And on that level like that. And then, you know, if we're not real close friends, we had to be real close friends a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
And something happened, you know, because that did happen to me. It wasn't like that. It wasn't no situation like that. But, you know, I'm sitting in the crib, I get a knock at my door, and my boy comes and like, man, somebody want to see you outside. I'm like, what? You know, because when somebody knock on your door like that, and in them words, you know, you think, all right, it's about to go down.
Right. They come and they threatening your space, your private space.
Yeah, so I'm all, you know, I mean, I done poke my chest. I'm getting ready for whatever, and it's my boy, who I literally didn't see in a few years. He was locked up. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? It was all. That's the only type of situation to where you could just pop up out my house and I ain't seen you in so long.
Right.
No female better not pop up. I don't care what we had going on before.
Right.
You feel me?
Like before, after, whatever. Like,
yeah. Because you don't know what I got going on now. Because if I got
exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's what I was like.
You just pop up at my house, like, man. Listen.
That's what I was like. If you could have been a fly on that wall at that night, I was sitting there like I was so caught off guard, and I was like, and I kept saying, I was like, wow, and I was like, yeah. And then like he talked for a little bit, and I was like, all right, and I like he like, can I get your number? I'm like, no, you know, blah blah blah, like whatever. And he was like, all right, well, I'll see you. And I said, okay. And I said, yeah, but don't be popping up at people's house like that. That's not cool. I said, I hope this ain't no trend or nothing like that.
I mean, Sonny cool. I wouldn't even pop up at Sonny's house like that. I wouldn't even pop up at.
That's crazy. That's real crazy. I mean, that's stalker stuff, man. That's not right. I mean, I literally would have told dude, like, look, you know, like around here, people be getting took out for stuff. Like, you don't do that. You don't do that. You just don't do that. I mean, I don't know. Like you said, if it's family, if it's like some long lost relative or something, or somebody you was like elementary school friends with or something, then you understand, like, okay, you know, they may not have had your number, and you know the love is still there, and they like, hey, you know, I just wanted to come holler at you, let you know I'm good. Like, okay, but you know,
I wouldn't even do that.
It's like, you randoms out there, don't do that. Don't do that.
And that's what threw me for a loop. Like,
that's just not right.
Yeah, that's what threw me for a loop. Like, we met one time. You came and played spades at my house. You was cool with the conversation. You know how you get spades and he talks shit. You know, y'all just talk. So that's cool. And I was like, okay, I give you my number. You seem cool. You know, not a bad looking person. Okay. And then when you do that, I'm like, my sister was like, and then we had a whole name for this dude and everything. Like, we call him. I ain't gonna say what we called him. It was like, who just sends that? I'm like, yo, I was like, oh, this dude just really? I was like, yeah, but he really gonna do that? So I had called him that same day, like, don't do no shit like that. Like, bitch, I just met you. Like, that's not attractive. Who does that? And I was like, this or that, like, I don't want to talk to you no more. And I let it go. Like, I ain't talked to him since that day. So you talking about 10 years, you just thought about me for what? Like, what were you thinking about, sir?
Right. He thought he was about to get on.
Like, that's the part. Like, I was just like, that's crazy.
Exactly. That's. No, I mean, Willie just no. That's what he thought. You feel me? He thought you was the easy one. So he see me fresh home. He trying to get some.
He could talk about. He could talk about. See, actually have a chance with. Like, bitch, if I ain't talked to you in 10 years from the first day I met you, I have not talked to you. Other than telling you about yourself, I did not talk to you from that point on. Why would you think that was going to, like, how did you think that was going to work?
Right. Yeah, that's too much. I can't take it.
Like, my sister, my sister was dying. She was like, that's crazy as hell. And I said, ain't that the one you cussed out? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what do guys like that shit? Like, guys like getting cussed out? Is that a turn on? Like, if somebody really cuts you out, you just sit there like, oh, my God.
Unfortunately, for some weirdos, that is a turn on, but still, you just don't pop up. No matter what, you don't pop up with nobody else. That's crazy stuff. That's being real special.
Exactly.
I need y'all to talk about my well-being.
Before it get too late.
Huh?
Right. I'm not trying to threaten nobody's life. I'm not trying to threaten nobody. All I'm saying is, don't pop up in my crib. Just don't.
Yeah. It's a dangerous situation.
Right. That's a very dangerous situation. Just don't do that. That's not. Yeah.
And it's funny because I thought I saw him the day after it happened. I'm like, that looked like him, but I wasn't sure because I said the brother guy one time, so he asked me to remember him. I'm like, I don't fucking remember you. And then like my people, we were just talking, and so then he walked by, and I was like, oh, and I was like, that was him fucking yesterday. I came home, I was getting the mail, and they was standing on the corner like looking at me, but not really looking at me because the way my fence is, you can see through like the little slits in my fence. I got like the wooded fence. So you can see, like, at the corner. I'm like, it looks like him. I think that's the guy that was in the house yesterday. And I'm like, I'm not sure. And then fucking yesterday confirmed it. And then he walked by. He looked right. I looked at the person that was talking to me and walked by like ain't like this smooth. I'm like, you know what? That's fucking crazy. And then the person, my homeboy, he was like, what the fuck was that about? I'm like, I don't know, but I'm about to go in the house. I'm going to talk to you at work. I got to go because niggas is out here. This is different. And because I had told him, and I was telling him about it when the dude walked by, like, yeah. He like, that's what the fuck? I'm like, yeah. Let me go. You go your way. I'm gonna go over here. I'll talk to you. Let's see you. Like, I don't. He like, you all right? I'm like, yeah. I thought he was gonna come knock on your door or something. I'm like, nah, he ain't come knock on the door and anything nothing to me. He just like I saw him again today. He walked by and I was walking in the house. Like, let me go my ass to the fucking house. Like, what the fuck? This nigga moved around the corner or something? Like, I need to know whether he was here around there or this nigga moved around the corner. Like, did you move, bro? I want to ask a question, but I don't.
Yeah, what I would do too is you ain't trying to talk to him, so I guess you don't have to worry about that part. But I'm about to say you can at least look him up on the state felony. What
is my nigga last name? I don't even know his last name. I don't even know his first name. Like like y'all think I'm bullshitting. Y'all think I'm bullshitting. Like, this nigga came to my house with a friend. Huh?
We don't even know each other. Like, seriously.
Then, I'm going to tell you, he came to my house for a spade night with a friend. He seemed cool, and I exchanged number with him. And after that, he just, he left an hour and then did that bullshit, and I told him about stuff, and I've never talked to him since then. Like, I was thank God the dude didn't have my number because I don't want this nigga calling me. Like, you don't even know my fucking first name. Like, you know you not, like, come on. Like, what did you, like, I need to understand. Like, how did you think that was going to work?
Right, yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was
topic, though.
Let's jump to this topic, yeah.
Yeah. So, we're going to talk about trending topics. We don't want to talk about the R. Kelly and Usher. Get that out the way?
Oh, yeah, we might as well get that out the way.
Yeah, we could definitely talk about Usher. We could definitely talk about Usher real quick.
Sound like Clint want to start with Usher.
Yeah, go ahead, Clint.
I'm just saying, like, this is the prime example of, you know what I mean, what looked good isn't always good.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So, you know, and like we was talking before the show about how we put these people, how people put some of these celebrities on these pedestals. You feel me? That they really haven't earned outside of their music or outside of their giving gift. You know what I mean? So like, he's an amazing artist. You know, put out classic albums. In my opinion, I love his music, but you have to separate the music from the person. We don't know that man outside of his music. No matter what people think, what come on the news, what you don't know these people outside of what they do. You have no idea who these people are. But yeah, we put him. You know, he was what you would consider a sex symbol. You know what I mean? The ladies love him or whatever. And not knowing, you feel me, what he really dealing with. You feel me? This man was out here having unprotected sex, not letting people know, allegedly, that the one girl knew. They said she seen it. still had sex with him. You feel me? But, you know, now he got like a whole nother lawsuit coming up from another female saying he got her as well. You know what I mean? Stop lusting over these people when you don't know them, before you get something that you can't get rid of. And then furthermore, on another note, on his side, I'm trying to figure out, you know, your medical stuff is supposed to be confidential. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out how you got the same thing that happened with Charlie Sheen. You feel me? Like, how did that information get out? And are there going to be any repercussions to the people who released that information, to the doctor's office or whatever? Because that information is not supposed to get out and be public. And
that's right. People be ready to tell everything.
You know what I mean? But you know,
I think that's a combination of the court records being semi-public, as well as the issue or the instance of who it was. You know what I mean? Because he can't hide who he is in the court. You know what I mean? He's got to show, and he's not the victim, so his name's got to go on the paperwork. So like the latest lady, she's going in as a plaintiff as Jane Doe. So because she's a victim, so she can do that. But him being the defendant in the case and her going after him, you know, his name is on that paperwork. So, you know, these paparazzi types, they stay scouring those court records. They stay scouring those court websites, getting all the, you know, pulling out that information. Those flags go off, and then there you go. You know, your information is out there because they're gonna definitely report on it. As for his medical history and everything, I mean, I think, like you said, there's going to be repercussions in certain instances. I mean, I remember the whole Charlie Sheen thing. I think was a leak, was a total leak. It had nothing to even really do with a lawsuit per se at the initial time. I think that came up later. So, you know, that right there, you know, like you said, that's the crazy part, is that, you know, with HIPAA laws, your medical records should be kept private. But the situation with that lawsuit, that's just, you know, good journalism. Bad journalism, but good journalism. Unfortunately, good investigative journalism, I guess you could say. I guess in a way, but you know, I'm sure that for the common person, it's probably a little less likely good of that kind of popping up. But you see it happening with that situation, because I remember about, I want to say it had to have been almost 10 years ago. It might be shorter than that though. There was a guy in I think it was either Mississippi or in Missouri, in St. Louis, that was having sex with underage girls, and he was getting them infected. Well, he was, they were at risk of getting infected with HIV because he was HIV positive.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And you know, so all the information came out on that because people were suing him and they was going after him in criminal courts. So his name was on everything. His picture was coming up because of the arrest records, because he had been arrested for other stuff. So all that information, you combine all those different resources, and you can get pretty much anybody's information at that point if that information is out there on public record. Those court cases are public record, so you can't really hide from them. So, yeah. But, you know, back to what you were saying, though, Clint, is that the thing is that people, you know, they get starstruck, they get, you know, they fans, they stands, or whatever you want to call them, and they get so caught up in the moment of, you know, oh, this is a star, and I want to be next to that person, and women going after men going after women, whatever the case may be, and next thing you know, they having unprotected sex, babies are getting popped out. I mean, look at people like Shorty Lowe and Lil Wayne and all these guys with 5 and 6 and 8 and 12 baby mamas and that kind of thing. You know, because obviously they had unprotected sex more than likely. I mean, I won't say every time, like Sonny's always brought up, you know, and I even had that case where, you know, protection don't mean nothing sometimes, you know, but still, you know, more than likely those guys out there having sex unprotected, you know, at risk and that kind of thing. And a lot of people just don't realize how at risk they are when they're out here putting their body on the line just for a little piece of fame or for a little 5 minutes of 5 minutes of pleasure with somebody that's famous and that kind of thing, the risks you're taking. I mean, you sleeping with 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 people all at one time, messing around with them kind of people, and when they're not taking the right precautions and protecting themselves, and they're definitely not protecting you if you're having sex with them. So, I mean, and that's for anybody. That's not just stars. That's for any people in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Here's what my problem is.
A one and done, more than likely, they out there doing it with other people.
Here's what my issue is. I get that they feel like he was not sharing information with them, but at the same time, you have a responsibility to yourself to make better decisions. For one, these are celebrities. They can have any and everybody at any given time. They got stuff on them daily. So you have to, with that understanding that they can fuck whoever they so choose, you have to be that's like fucking community assets. If you're fucking somebody that's fucking everybody in the neighborhood you grew up in or the neighborhood you're in, you might want to put a condom on because STDs, or protect yourself because STDs are real. You have to protect yourself, period. It's some accountability on your part, too, because you didn't have to sleep with somebody without a condom. You chose to. It's not like he put a gun. Now, if you say he put a gun in your head and forced you, that's different. But you have a decision to your own self, to your own consciousness, to protect your body, to decide who to sleep with and who to sleep with, unprotected or protected, and you don't do that. Yes, people don't want to share things. People aren't out here like Magic Johnson that's saying this is what's wrong with me, or now like Charlie Sheen had to come forward and say this is what's wrong with me now. People don't want to do that. So you have to protect yourself. You have to understand that. It's fucked up that you didn't get told. It is fucked up that you didn't get told. But at the end of the day, it's accountability upon yourself. You know that shit is out there. Not only can you get an STD, you can get pregnant, and at the end of the day, this man's still married. He could either claim that kid or not.
Right, true. That's 100. That's 100. I definitely agree with you.
And I think it's too much stuff going around. You got herpes, you got AIDS, you got the new super gonorrhea, you got all kinds of stuff out there. People just need to think before they make those choices. I mean, go get tested. Ask your partner, whatever the case may be. The thing is that, like you said, if the person is, a star or a celebrity or a hood celebrity or Twitter celebrity, whatever the case may be, and they out there like that, protect yourself. Just please protect yourself. I mean, it's different when you with a loved one and you don't, like we were talking about last week. It's like you don't know, then that's different. Because you're expecting them to be just with you. But when you with somebody who is just out there and this is a one and done deal, protect yourself.
Yeah. You have responsibility to yourself to protect yourself. If you don't protect yourself, like I understand it's a lawsuit, you suing them because they didn't tell you. But at the same time, you need to make better choices.
Right. Yeah, that $1 million ain't gonna do you no good when you burnt up and in pain and everything else. You can't. I mean, really, it's a lot. So yeah. Shadow looks like Shadow Unaccountable just said that they was trying to get pregnant by Usher. They both accountable.
Yeah, that's basically what it was.
Yeah, y'all trying to get pregnant, and that's what happened.
Yep. Get what you asked for. Get it because you asked for it.
Like y'all ready? Right. That's what, and that's like I get it. Like, and this I feel that same way about Nas. If I see Nas and that nigga give me the time of day, we fucking. With a condom, but we fucking. Cause I love him, and if he said, "Hey, Ray, Sunday, you looking kind of sexy. I want to call you." Bitch, what? It's going down. But to protect yourself, you don't know. It can happen. So you have to protect yourself, regardless of how sexy they are, how good they look, how sound they are, how much money they got. That shit lasts forever. Money run out. I don't know. And they said the game came out. And it was like basically he thinks it's a lie, and that but from what the one lawsuit is, the girl won the money. But anyway, whether it was lying or not, he paid out. So when you pay out to somebody that hush money, looks like it might be true. That's how I feel. If you pay something to shut somebody up, it's their claim is legit. But he could say it like one week, everybody like, oh, Usher, I love him. Now fuck him, and he like
Yeah, the memes was crazy, but I remember a few years ago that was kind of the rumor going around anyway. Was that the reason why he, his wife left him, and was that the reason why? Well, they were even saying is that the reason why Chili left him, but as the timelines broke out, is that he allegedly contracted disease in like 2009 or 2010, and him and Chili had been broke up for about 6 or 7 years by the end. But the situation with the wife was, the rumor was that he had contracted herpes and had given it to his wife, and that's why she, was leaving him. They also have been trying to see if the original lawsuit was from his wife, but they're saying more than likely not because of, I guess, some timelines in the way that the court case read, as well as the new one is also it's too late to be the wife. So it looks like he's just getting around, and which is sad because the thing is that he had that disease for a long time. If it's true, had that disease for a long time, and all those people that are at risk right now, that could keep coming back.
Yeah, I was listening to on YouTube. They got the podcast on there, Everyday Struggle, and they got Joe Budden on there, and he kind of insinuated like that was a rumor already. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like people in the industry kind of already, knew, and the same thing with R. Kelly.
About him and his cult sex slave kid.
Yeah, but they already, he was insinuating like people already knew with R. Kelly like what type of dude he was or what type of crazy.
He was messing with little girls back then. Like y'all, like the rumor was when the first came out, they were married and she was still a teenager.
You heard he wrote age ain't nothing but a number. You feel me?
Right, exactly. That was a song he wrote for her, exactly.
Yeah, no, he wrote that. You feel me? But
I mean,
as far as that
oh, go ahead.
No, I was about to say just as far as that cult situation go, it come to find out that really was like, well, they say it's not true. First of all, the girls are of age; they're all adults, and
he probably had them when they were still kidnapped.
Yeah, and the one of the girls, her father was the one that had started it, called the police and everything. So she went on TV, and
No, did you see her interview?
Yeah, I seen it. She did a couple of them.
No, but the first when they asked her, well, where are you? She was like kind of like that interview looked crazy. It did.
Yeah, she ain't want to tell them because she's still trying to. I guess she looking at it as an opportunity, and she don't want to give it up. But it also looked like somebody was coaching her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she kept looking up, and to the right, like somebody was telling her what to say or what not to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
wow.
Yeah, it looked kind of funny, but she did a couple interviews.
And then she did one outside of the park.
Yeah, she did a few. She did quite a few. She did about 4 or 5 of them I seen. And she was, basically saying, that's her dad, she loved her dad, but just let me be me, I know what I'm doing, ain't nothing going on, this is all lies, this, that, and the third, you feel me? I really haven't checked to see his response. I don't know if he put out a response to it, but, if I'm the father, I feel the same way. Like, I already know what type of reputation this dude had. Now you're not letting me contact my daughter. She can't call me. I can't call her. Like, nah, what's going on over there?
Yeah.
You feel me? You know what I mean? Like, what are y'all doing over there? So.
Well, my thing is that the R. Kelly a freak rumor has been going around since the beginning of time. So
you just get more people listening.
Right? He's been accused of the underage thing or the. Oh, my son just walking here.
Peeing on girls.
Right, exactly. And so it's all kinds of crazy stuff that he's been known to do. So I'm like, I don't know what to believe and what not to believe. I gotta believe that he's still a freak. That he's still weird and out there. I gotta believe that that he might dip in and out every now and then with the youngins. But I'm hoping that at this point in time that he's not going that young with the underage anymore. And the whole thing about the kidnapping them and all that kind of stuff, like you said, it seemed kind of weird, the whole situation and all the interviews. But I would think somebody that famous wouldn't be getting into that kind of thing and really holding somebody hostage. Like you said, he might be trying to control somebody, or she might be so caught up in the moment that she don't want to be around nobody else and just kind of like worshiping him or whatever, because that happens. That's something that you see all the time with these little weird cults and stuff like that. But
what's that guy? What's his name? The guy who is in jail now, Charles Manson. Yeah.
Oh, no, he's about Jim Jones.
Not Jim Jones. No, but she definitely drinking R. Kelly Kool-Aid. I tell you that much.
That was Jim Jones.
I know about Jim Jones, but I'm saying like Charles Manson had the women there sleep with everybody. Like they were sleeping, everybody had sex together. That was called Manson. That too. That's why I said it's a mixture.
And they was basically leaving their families to be up under him and kind of pretty much follow anything he said. They just left no contact with their peoples or nothing. But
they were people for different things. They were doing it all.
Yeah. So I think really it just needs to come down to if these claims are legitimate, if they feel like they really got something to claim, take them to court, put them in the court. Do what you got to do, because at this point people are going to be split on this. I mean, Kelly got a concert going on a concert tour going on right now. People still buying tickets. People still coming out to see him. Because either they're not paying attention to the media or they not believing it. You know what I mean? So I think it's a lot of people are like, oh, we gotta boycott, we gotta do this, we gotta do. But it's like, all this is on hearsay and claims that nobody's really pushing forward. And if these people are taking buyouts or payoffs or whatever the case may be, outside, off the record, then, what can we do? We really can't do anything. At some point you either gotta say it's too many is too much to ignore, or he's a victim of his own fame. You know what I mean? And at this point, the initial claims were always shot down, and at this point, he's not even responding, right? So, he might be trying to take the Jay-Z route of, I'm just not going to respond to silliness because I feel like it's silliness, So who's to say that he just feels like it's just, something that he can ignore versus being guilty and answering to it. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, with Usher's situation, Usher's paying people off because there must be some kind of truth to the claim or some kind of truth to the situation that he's paying the people off. R. Kelly's not even responding to this stuff. So it's like, it's been, I want to say, 25 years of R. Kelly being out here doing what he do?
He tried to deny that sex tape, and we knew it was him. Like, here's my thing with R. Kelly. He is very known. Like I said, anybody will say nothing about you for almost 30 years straight that you just fucking with little girls. He is. However, I think now he's starting to mess with the girls on the cusp of like that, not being young. So maybe 18 to 21 is his age, and he's now started little ass girls. So it's still where they're not really, not that they're not themselves, they're young and impressionable. They think they know something. They're coming against the world, and then they get not trapped, but something like the R. Kelly. So I think it's still not necessarily underage girls, but now he's doing the 18 and 21 round or whatever, or like not over 30 because he knows it. Because I think he chooses the people, his females he's dealing with, because he knows that he can't get away with certain things. Once you hit a certain age as a female, you should have some sense about you. So certain shit not gonna slide. So maybe them young girls could fall for dumb shit, but not nobody 30 plus older should be falling for your dumb shit. So that's why I think he's getting at the best age he could possibly can, and then when he's done with them, he'll keep it pushing.
Thing I didn't really like was people kept comparing what he got going on to what Hugh Hefner got going on.
Yeah.
At the Playboy Mansion. And I can understand that, correlation or whatever. But Hugh Hefner was never caught, at least not to my knowledge, Never seen him on camera literally having sex and pissing on a little girl.
Yeah.
Right. True.
You know what I'm saying?
R. Kelly denied the tape was him. You know, it was kind of blurry or whatnot. That's his whole thing. It was blurry, and he says that it was, you know, trying to set him up or whatever the case was. It was just trying to defame his name. I think that's how he kind of put it back then. The whole thing is, I think people have. I mean, yeah, but the people who it's happening to have to. If it's really happening, put it out there. And if it's not, you know, I mean, they might be out there for the money, for the whatever, you know. And but we can't make like you said, they over 18. That's up to them at that point. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Hugh. You know, the situation with Hugh Hefner is you know, besides the whole original urination situation, the whole Hugh Hefner thing was it is pretty much the same thing, you know, because Hugh Hefner has 18-year-old girls up in there, and every girl that walked into the Playboy Mansion back then was 18. You know, some was 17, and then what was her name? Samantha Fox was 14. So, you know, stuff was going on. The whole thing with Trump and Bill Clinton not Bill Clinton, what's his name? Bill Cosby. You know, they were saying they were at the mansion with underage girls, 13, 14, 15. So, you know, the thing is that stuff like that, you know, has been happening. Doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it okay. You know, but it's something that people, you know, are like, you know, why are you allowing this to happen over here, and then you're going crazy over something that's an allegation over here? You know, I do want it to be on equal ground, but, you know, also people need to make their conscious decision. You know, are you going to you know, be on the bandwagon of boycotting the guy, or are you going to ride the wave? You know, I would like to boycott the guy if he's doing wrong. If he's going after underage girls, that's not right. If he got girls that's over 18 and they choose to go that route, that's on them at that point. You know, you can't control nobody over 18 anyway. So, you know, I don't really know what to tell you at that point. That's just the only thing, my situation. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
Yeah. I just say stay away from R. Kelly because you know he's free. That's my thing. Stay away.
Exactly.
No, you're free. That's the bottom line. That's my point. My point. I just want to make sure it's clear. Bottom line, stay with R. Kelly. You know he's free.
Anybody that has predatory
tendencies.
Yeah, exact word I was looking for. Stay away from. Like, I can't. You know what I mean? It's just stay away from
R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Stay away from Bill. Stay away from Trump.
Stay away from any grown man who you always see in young girls' faces.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
Exactly.
And women that's and grown and boys' faces. You feel me? That's another thing, you know, a topic for another day that I want to get into. You know what I mean? Because women will always be quick to say don't be sexualizing kids. You feel me? But, you know, they all be on it. That's my boyfriend. Oh, he's so cute with little kids and stuff. Oh, that's they. I do this, that. You know what I mean? That's mine. I just sop him up and all. I was seeing they was talking about that on the internet the other day. You know what I mean? So that's a topic for another day. But women, y'all need to stay on that shit.
That's my little boyfriend. He's so cute.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But if you know, when men say that, automatically it's a double standard. You feel me? And I agree. Like, you know what I mean? No man should talk about no little girl like that, and no woman should be preying on a little boy like that.
Mm-hmm. True.
And Clint,
what about switch topics?
OJ.
Hold on. Let me put this out here. If you want to chime in on these trending topics, you want to put in your 2 cents, please call in. Lines are open, 657-383-1155. Again, the number is 657-383-1155. Or you can tweet us at GFT_radio. We're looking out for the tweets.
Yes, we are. Now, I was on Instagram the other day, and, I follow all types of people on Instagram, you know what I mean? And some of people are militant, So they had posted something where, this guy got 40 years in prison or something like that for stabbing transgender individual 119 times. And he said he did it because the person never told him that it was transgender, and he didn't tell him to after, I think, oral sex or something like that, and then they was about to have intercourse, and that's when he let him know, well, I was once a man, this, that, and that. Well, I am a man, but a transgender, whatever, and he snapped and killed him, stabbed him 119 times. You feel me? Now, I was going through the comments, and a lot of people was like, you feel me? Well, that's what he get.
Who, the guy?
Yeah, that's what he get. He should have got stabbed 119 times.
Saying that about the transgender person.
Yeah, that's what the transgender person get. And then you had other people on there was like, I guess they were transgender. They shouldn't have to tell you they transgender, which is crazy to me.
No, I think that's definitely something that you should tell somebody, because somebody find that out later on. That's like finding out this person that you've been dealing with had AIDS, then they just find out. Like, that's something that I don't think you should tell somebody.
Oh, nah.
Hold on. I'm not gonna compare it to AIDS. I'm not.
Yeah. That's.
I'm just saying that's just something that you should tell somebody.
Yeah.
But
my question to y'all is,
I think it's basically false advertising. It's you're basically out and out lying. If you don't tell a person that you don't change your whole anatomy or your whole indication on the form where it says boy or girl, if you don't tell somebody that, you lying to them. You know what I mean? You out and out lying to them, telling them that your name Dee when you know your name David. You lying to them. So it's a trust issue. It's a huge trust issue. That's like here. This is what I compare it to. It's like telling somebody that you're single but you really married. That's what it's compared to. That's really what it's compared to, because it's out and out lie. You telling somebody one thing, but if your whole story is something else. So that's in my opinion, it's worse than that. It's worse. Yeah. Because, as a man, I feel like it's worse than that.
Because like I don't indulge in that lifestyle. I don't agree with that lifestyle. You feel me? I don't hate them. I hate their homophobia talk. I mean, that's nonsense to me. I don't fear them. I don't hate them. You feel me? I just don't agree with that lifestyle. I don't want nothing to do with that lifestyle. Mm-hmm. So if you put me in a position and I don't know, and then it wasn't like he told them before they did anything. They actually was already, they probably was kissing and, had oral sex or whatever on him, and then you tell him, and then you tell me, oh no, like in my mind, I probably would have killed him too. I'm just being honest. So you know what I mean, like,
because that's a whole reaction to something that you wasn't expecting, like, because then you question yourself and wonder, like, oh my, like, why didn't I know,
Yeah, and he said he temporarily lost. He said he just lost it. And I can understand that.
It's a rage killing. He can actually file for temporary insanity because he was so, like, because that's something that makes you snap. Like, you kissing this dude, hugged up with this person, all excited because from what the story I read, they had been talking on social media that they had met on like a dating site or something for the longest, and they finally had the chance to meet. So not only did you open up to this person, like, you sat there and just was really trying to get to know this person as somebody you could potentially be with for the rest of your life or whatever the case may be. So that in itself, like, so I think if he's going to go to jail, or I mean, he did get sentenced already, right? So, but I think he could have caught that. He got that. He could have. Hopefully, he did it where it was temporary insanity by reason, like, just it was a bitch what and then snap.
Like, he already sentenced. So whatever he tried to plead or whatever, it's irregardless. You know, the only thing he can do now is appeal. My thing is, I really don't think, you know, I understand the other family hurt. You know what I mean? That they lost some loved one. You know, one of the parents, I think the parents was like, they don't think that was enough because they don't get to see their kid again. I'm like, that's absolving your child of any responsibility. Like, you don't think he did anything wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That was, to me, that's a heinous act. That's a heinous act. It's no different from when Jenny Jones, y'all remember the show Jenny Jones?
Yeah.
She brought a dude on there. You feel me? He thinking he about to meet some, you know what I mean, secret admirer. He think he's a female or whatever. And then when he get out there, it's another dude. It's some, you know what I mean, that's gay. And, like, you know, he held his composure on TV. Like, he held his composure. You could, you know what I mean, it's on the internet. It's on anybody out there. Y'all can go YouTube.
Right. I
feel me?
I remember when it happened.
Yeah.
It happened.
Exactly. And then, you know, as soon as the show was over, they went back to their whole hometown. He killed that man. You feel me? Don't you blame me on national TV? Yeah, and you know I'm not like that.
Yeah, he felt embarrassed. He said he was embarrassed, and he felt like he was put on the spot and all that. So
yeah,
like
first of all, y'all know how men are. Like, you know how men is. You don't do no shit like that.
Right.
What you was saying, Willie?
I would say, you know, he was. I think he said he was in shock during the show.
Exactly.
He didn't know how to just, you know, let it out at that moment, and it built up to when he got home, and it really hit him, and he just went, you know, like you said, another rage situation. Not to be letting him off the hook for it, but you know, the situation is what it is, and I think really there's a lot to saying that, you know, you're putting a person in a situation that you already know that they're not going to take well, and you know I think really what that person really should have did, they really should have stopped at the initial meeting and said, look, I know we've been going into this a while, but I really need to tell you X, Y, Z. Don't take that man back to your hotel room and do all this stuff to him, whatever they did, because they really didn't go into detail of what kind of sex they had. They just said that they had some form of sex, and then once he revealed that he was really a man, then that's when the guy snapped on him. And the thing is like that psychologically was an attack on that man, and you know, for him to go that far was overkill, was, you know, too much. I mean, I can understand him wanting to beat the guy behind, wanting to, you know, go crazy on him, cuss him out, whatever the case may be. I mean, I don't condone killing nobody. I mean, I don't think there's any reason in this world, unless, you know, somebody hurts your child. There's no reason in this world to hurt somebody else or kill somebody else. But, you know, it's the thing was is that I know I feel you. But the thing is, you know, I mean, I just don't see myself. I don't see myself killing somebody over something like that. I just know that I don't want you to put me in that situation. Don't put me in that situation. Don't have me thinking.
But see, I don't think he walked in that situation and he thought that was going to happen. It just like it happened, and then he just like Chris said. Like I look at it like this: you put my situation where you know it might not be like you said. This person had to know that this might not work out properly. Meaning, first of all, you meet somebody for the first time by yourself, and you're going to eventually tell them that you're transgender, and they didn't know it. Like, for one, protect yourself. Let's be smart about how you're going to do this. I would do it in a public place where they can't react in a negative fashion. I will not be alone with somebody and tell them some shit like that because you don't know how they're going to react. This is why people break bad news in public versus going out, because when people snap, I don't think that guy had the intention to kill him. He just snapped, and when you snap and you're out of it, all hell broke loose. And like he said I came. He said after I realized what I did, I got in the shower. And he said I was still like out of it. He got in the shower and then walked out and went home. Like
at the end of the day, that's sexual assault, in my opinion. Like for real, like sex. I mean,
I didn't want to put it like that, but I kind of felt the same way. I did kind of feel the same way. I gonna lie, I kind of felt the same way. Like because you doing something to a person and that they don't want. You know, it's
exactly.
Like, he don't want to be kissed by a man. He don't want to be, sexed up by a man. That's not what he came there for. And so that's not right. It's not right.
And my problem with, like, when I was reading the comment, it was like, I need people to understand. You feel me? Everybody don't have to agree with your lifestyle. You feel me? Like, everybody doesn't have to accept your lifestyle, whether it's your sexual orientation, whether you like to do drugs, whether you're a diehard church person. Like, I don't have to accept that lifestyle. That doesn't mean I hate you or want to see you die. But at the end of the day, don't deceive me and then put me in a position to where I'm told to where, that's totally against my morals or what I stand by. That right there, right? That So when you compromising my manhood in my mind and my morals, it's like, wow. And then it's like, I feel disgusted. You feel me? Like, that man probably couldn't even look himself in the mirror after that. You feel me? That probably against everything he stand for. He probably don't believe in none of that. So then you do that to him, it's like, you don't know where a person's mind can go. You feel me? And I feel like, you never know what else went on in that room, too. You never know what that guy might have said also to him. Like, well, it's whatever. I don't care how you feel. I'm this and I'm that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, man. You know what I mean? When I feel the same way in terms of, they definitely need to understand that it has nothing to do with being in disagreement with the lifestyle or whatever. It's like, I don't really care. My thing is like, you live how you live. I want you to follow, what I believe is right, but I don't want you. I'm not going to force you to follow that. I would like everybody to believe what I believe, and not everybody has to. It would be nice if everybody agreed on the same thing, but that's not going to happen. Let's face it. We live in the real world. In the real world, everybody has a different opinion. I mean, I walk into service on Sunday. I got a different opinion from half the people in the room. So nobody's going to be on the same page at all. So the thing is that, if we can agree that we're gonna treat each other with respect and we're gonna treat each other with kindness and we're gonna be cordial, that's good. I'm good with that. Then you can be homosexual, you can be straight, you can be bisexual, you can be whatever you want to be. You can be a man, a woman, a chihuahua. I don't really care. Exactly. You're right.
So don't put your situation on me. I don't want your situation. I chose my situation for myself. I gave my kids. And I even give them an out. I'm like, look, this is what I'm going to teach you because I'm your parent. But when you get to a certain age, you need to make your own decision. I'm not about to sit here and put my situation on you. You can't live your life through me, and I can't live my life through you. And so it's the same thing with the public out there. You can't tell me that I have to accept every little thing you do just because you do it. No, I don't have to accept it. I can treat you with the same respect I do every other human being and let you be on your way. But past that, no, you're not gonna put your situation on me. I can't worship your God. I can't do the same things you do. I'm not gonna condone and fold on everything you say is right. I'm not. I please forgive me, but I'm not. It's not gonna happen. So you make those decisions for yourself and your people, and let me make my own decision. So putting that on me, no, it's unacceptable. It's not going to be taken. It's not going to be taken lightly. So.
Yeah, and I agree with what Willie said. Like, I don't wish death on nobody, man. You feel me? Like, I'm the most peaceful brother, but it's like it got to be a line at some time. At a certain time, it got to be a line. And with me, that's like. You know what I mean? You didn't just step over the line. It's like you ran across that motherfucker and tried to bum rush me. You feel me?
You kicked the whole door in.
Yeah, you kicked the
off the hinges and all.
And busted my window after you was in the house. Like, you done did it all.
Yeah, you done did it all, bro. Like,
already know how you bust the window, too.
Well, I mean, like, that's weird to me. You know what I mean? That people, he took a life, so he got to pay for that. But my thing was when I'm reading the comments and stuff and I'm looking at people's reactions, so a lot of people agree with how I felt, but, it was a whole lot of people who was like just absolving that person that was murdered, you know what I mean? Much respect to his family, peace to his family, but they were just absolving him of his action.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like I say, I don't really believe that the transgender person would deserve to die over that situation. I just don't think that they approached it properly either. They definitely didn't approach it properly. They definitely didn't do due diligence like Sonny said. You got to protect yourself. Bottom line, you got to protect yourself. My thing is this. It's just like black people in this sense. Don't get me all twisted up. Don't misquote me later. Thing is, it's just like with black people. If I'm out in the streets and I know the police are about to pull me over, I gotta protect myself and my family. I gotta put my hands on that steering wheel. I gotta yes sir, no sir. I gotta not move more than a half an inch. I gotta, sit there, sweat it out, whatever it gotta be, and still hope I don't get shot. I still gotta sit there and hope I don't get shot. The thing is that when you're a transgender and you know what this world is like, I would venture to guess it's probably worse for transgender than it is for homosexuals in general. That you gotta protect yourself. You know that people are out here killing transgenders left and right for almost absolutely no reason, just for being transgender. So I don't think that that you you should put yourself in that position, in that situation, no matter how much this man claimed he loved what you was talking, that talk he was talking on that social media. I don't care how much he claimed he loved that. The thing is that a lot more has happened to a lot less of people in those situations. So don't put yourself in that position to be by yourself, locked in the room, and doing stuff to this man that he has not agreed to, not knowing that you are who you are because you misrepresented yourself. Like she was just falling into the hole deeper and deeper and deeper. So I mean, like I said, not a reason to kill her, but the thing is that there's procedures and protocols to everything.
And I want to make
protocols.
And I want to put a disclaimer out there to everybody. I'm not saying I don't want nobody out there listening to think that I said that person deserved to die because they were transgender. That has nothing to do with it. It's an action that man or that woman, whatever y'all want to call him, the actions that he took, you know what I mean, you feel me, led to that situation. You feel me? He had to be held accountable for his actions. That's all I'm saying. Now, he may have didn't deserve to die, but, everybody don't think like that. Willie may have more restraint. I have friends who have more restraint, who have more patience, you feel me, who I know would probably handle that. They'll probably beat the hell out of the person, this, that, and the third, and just step off and never speak on it again. You know what I mean? I got other friends who I know for a fact, and like, somebody not walking out of there alive. You feel me? And it has nothing to do with that person being transgender. It's just that, that right there, you feel me? Like, I can't get past that. I just can't get past that act, doing that. Like I said earlier, to me, like, that's a form of sexual assault, in my opinion. And, we always stated how many times on here how I feel about, people who sexually assault anybody, man, woman, child, anybody. Like, on rock, that's you feel me, under the jail, under the jail.
Yeah,
that's how I feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just think that, like I said, people need to be, like I said in the beginning of the show, people need to make better choices, protect themselves, and just like I said, make smart decisions, because you do stuff and you don't think them through. Feelings, emotions, and stuff like that get caught in the way, but you have to be mindful of a lot of things. In that situation, like I said, I'm not a guy, but I understand that you can't put grown men in situations like that and knowing that it might not work, it might not end good. Not necessarily that you're going to die, but it's just it could get physical without him being killed, but it also could be, this could be in a place that it don't need to be. And you just have to be smart about things. Be upfront, tell them that, hey, I'm transgender. I was once, if they going to I mean, some people are okay with that. Some are not.
Right. That's true.
I mean, you have to allow people to choose.
Yeah, I was reading about a guy a few years ago that accepted the transgender female that he ended up with because I believe they were either doing like a dating site or they did or they met through somebody. However it happened, they talked on the phone for this long extended period of time, and then they because I guess they lived far from each other, and then when they hooked up. But by then, the woman had told him that she had been a man before, and he was like he was so in love with everything that they had talked about, and as close as they had gotten over the conversations, he was with it, and I think they ended up getting married and everything. So it can work out, but you got to be upfront. You got to be honest. Like we just got a tweet from Vitamin K, Vitamin_KAI, and they were saying that, the other person deserves to make an informed decision. And that's the thing. An informed decision is a better and a safer bet. You can't give somebody, you can't take people's options away. That's the thing. Once you start taking people's options away, that's putting them in a corner. And the animal put in a corner is going to lash out. So you got to give people the upfront. You got to be able to be upfront with the people. I'm sorry, one quick thing. We in the after show already, people. Calling if you want to chime in, 657-383-1155 at GFT_radio.
Yeah, and I think like she said, you do have to allow people to make an informed decision and see what they want to do. You can't just blindside people like that. And like Will said, you put somebody in the corner, they're gonna get up out that corner one way or another. And you have to, like I said, people need to make, I can't stress enough, make smarter decisions.
All right. Yeah, but the one thing I want to do too is I just want to put out there, like I said, I don't think somebody deserves it down that. People have to realize that not everything needs to result in ultimate violence. You know what I mean? Because we gotta have we're human beings, man. We're not animals. We're not wild animals. We're not crazy. I mean, if you are crazy, that's different. But I mean, I like I said, the whole situation with the 119 times, I think that was, like I said, that was overkill. It was crazy. That was too much. Yeah, he may have snapped, but after 53, I think he should have known what he was doing.
That's the thing, Willie. We can't explain crazy. When somebody snaps, you can't explain it. Feel me? Don't nobody know what happened if somebody snapped. Like if you snap, you feel me? You just snap. You feel me? My man slashed her throat 3 times. He literally cut her throat open 3 times. He was methodical with it. So I think it was that was after a few of those he was just going crazy just for the fact of going crazy. I think he was doing too much. The 40 years, which. I don't know, the story I was reading was from the New York Times. I posted the link on the Twitter page. It was a little confusing, so I'm not sure if he got 40 years for the murder or if he got 40, which included 15 years for robbery. The guy was already going to jail for 15 years. So that was problem number one. She was already dealing with a felon. So problem number one was he was already going to jail for 15 years. So he had
pretty ass man. 40
years total. Right, yeah. I mean,
all right, so rewind real quick. All right, now, see, that's a little nugget right there I skipped over. So he was already going to jail for 15 years.
This dude was already about to do 15 for robbery.
So let's talk about his situation real quick. Mm-hmm. Now, to me, I can understand. Now I'm questioning, did he already know?
Right.
He can tell any story afterwards. You could tell any story afterwards. You feel me? Now I'm questioning, did you already know and did you already go over there with the intent to kill that person? See, that's a whole different situation.
But if you're going to attempt to kill somebody and they had, okay, so she did perform oral sex on him. He knew that was a man. And then you killed him and it came out and said it?
But that's just what he's saying. That's just what he's saying.
Okay.
See, he could already be like, man, look, man, I'm already going to jail 15 years. He probably don't give a fuck no more. I'm just throwing this. I ain't saying this happened. I'm just saying, because I skipped over that nugget. You feel me? Now he could be in his mind like, man, I hate these people. You feel me? That could be a hate crime. Now, I ain't into that. Now, I mean, that's not what I'm into. You feel me? I'm into live and let live. You feel me? Like, live and let live. You feel me? But, you know, like I said, I understand what you're saying, Willie, about everything, and I agree with you. Everything doesn't have to result in violence and that. But a situation like that, bro, like I know me well enough to know, like, yeah, only one of us walking out of there. Right. Only one of us walking. I ain't saying it's
at least you honest. At least you honest.
No, I'm the only one. Like, man, only one of us walking out of there.
Give Clint all the options. You don't want this. You don't want trouble.
Yeah. Like, because even if I sense it, like, if I sense something off, you know, because maybe.
But hold on. It looked like. I mean, I'm sorry. I can't. It's fucked up. I'm sorry. I don't want anybody beat my ass up. I'm like, and I could fight, but I don't feel like I want to go to jail. But I'm looking at the video. They have a video where you can Google it. I kind of looked on it and said, man, I just typed in man snap before stabbing transgender. The transgender in question, to me, we had the picture. Like I looked at one picture, it looked like a girl. But this picture I'm looking at now looks like a man that got hair. Yeah. So I don't know how he didn't know. I mean, it's some girls that look like men. I get it.
Yeah, about to say, yeah, it's some women out there who
look kind of damn. But I'm looking at this picture of this.
Less than female features, so yeah, we don't want to preach that. We don't want to preach that. Yeah.
My thing is though, if you got a question, whether that's a man or a woman, just leave it alone, bro.
Yeah,
yeah, true that.
You know what I mean? Just keep it moving.
You don't want to make no. See, this is my thing. This is my thing, though. It's the plastic surgery and the enhancements are getting way too good. Way too good. At this point, you need to come out and ask people. I mean, you really do. But no matter what, even if they do look like a woman, you need to come out and ask. If they do, especially if they look like a man, you need to come out and ask and say, hey, are you birth sex? Because the thing is that the plastic surgery, because look at the what they call it, the Instagram models and all that kind of stuff. I mean, there are some Instagram models that dudes are double tapping left and right, and they're men. They are men.
Facts.
And they don't even know it. They're men. They're grown men in women's clothes, and guys are out there double tapping on pictures thinking it's women. It's not. And it's because the plastic surgery is just too good these days.
It's only the plastic surgery, though.
And the thing is, some guys be like, oh, I can tell, and blah, blah. Oh, you're right. It's a contouring, too. That makeup contouring be on point, too. So it's like,
keep it 100. Right. Niggas in the hood done seen motherfuckers from a distance. Like, damn, who that?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then when the motherfucker get close, he's like, nah.
No, let me tell you about on Facebook. On Facebook, on Facebook, I remember I went through this phase like last year, through Facebook, and I went, like, you scroll through the people you may know or, friends and connections and all that shit. You go through that. Like, so it was about 2 different pictures with just ass shots and everything. So when you look at the ass shots, whoever it is got a fat ass, right? So you go to the pictures and realize that that's a fucking man. So and then I always see mutual friends, 17, all niggas. And then you're like, oh, hey, sexy, oh, yeah, I'm going to call you. First of all, I need y'all to look past the fucking profile picture. The profile picture is just an ass shot. And it's just ass.
Right.
And they got like 2 friends in common. That's a fucking man. I need you to understand that. Because now y'all, and this is what I put on my Facebook this like a year ago. As I said, this FYI purposes, this is the man. And I said, but I got you got 17 friends in common, and all these motherfuckers is niggas. So I need y'all niggas to find out who y'all are. They understand that's a man. Oh, no, I ain't looking at that. I just saw the ass. That's your problem. You fucking chasing a set of cheeks, and it belongs to a whole other man. I just watched a video of this guy shaking his ass. Like, I felt some type of way, because my ass ain't even jiggle like that. Nigga was popping the butt cheek, just shaking it, and he had long hair. He had a weave. But he was shaking his ass, and he only showed the back of him, and at the end of it, you saw that it was when he turned around and fight, you knew it was a man because he had a goatee and shit. But this man was shaking his ass like the bitches do when they be twerking all in his work videos. And guess what? It's a fucking man. Y'all over there looking at ass and realize, oh, man, that let me down. You look dumb. You can't take that comment. You can delete the comment, but the screenshot is on point. Bitch, I saw you. You was all like, look at that ass. Well, I'll take that ass home and realize at the end of the day it's a man. You dummy.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
Or maybe you knew.
So still on the transgender topic, our fair whatever you want to call him, whatever you claim him to be. I call him Commander Cheeto. Commander Cheeto recently banned transgender individuals from being able to go into the military, and so everybody's in an uproar over that. So what's your thoughts? What's your comments on that one?
Well, for me, you know what I mean, personally, anybody that want to go to war and fight for the country, go ahead. You feel me? I don't understand why would we deny, you feel me? Like, they're not trying to, you feel me? They're trying to fight for their country. This is what they want to do. You feel me? They're volunteering, first of all. You feel me? So I really don't have a issue with them at all, you know, joining the military. So I think it's kind of foul, you know what I mean? And to me, the reasoning behind it is just so weak to me. Oh, they don't have the funding, they for the surgeries, this, that, and the third. But like, at the end of the day, man, you feel me? They trying to put they willing to put their life on the line.
Yeah.
You know. So like,
right.
I don't care if you agree with their lifestyle, their life decisions, or whatever. Still got to respect that. You feel me? They willing to put their life on the line, and for you at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
True.
They're fighting for you and your freedom. That you know, so you can get on Facebook or you can get on Twitter. You could, you know what I mean, say out loud. You know what I mean? I don't agree with that lifestyle. To hell with her. You know, you do understand that you have that right because they fight for that right. You know what I mean? Even if you're totally against that lifestyle, they're still fighting for you. So you know what I mean, to celebrate them not being, I don't understand that. You feel me? And you know, we all know the old boy. You know, he ain't too rap too tight.
Right.
You know what I mean? Exactly. We were talking about before the show. You know what I mean? The comment he made. You know what I mean? We don't worship government. We worship God. You know, first of all, you know, like we were saying earlier, you're supposed to separate church and state. And you know, this decision to me was based, you know, is more of a religious decision. You know what I mean? Instead of just you know what I mean, a common sense and for the people's decision.
You know, logistical decision, right? It wasn't a logistical decision at all. It was all to do about his beliefs and all that kind of stuff. And like you said, I think the thing is we got to respect anybody who wants to lay down their life. I mean, their life, not sacrificing time, not sacrificing some money, not sacrificing some social media tweets and posts and statuses. They literally laying down their life to go out there and fight for a cause that has nothing to do with them personally, only to do with this whole country being, you know, trying to be the best that it can be. But it's about they making that ultimate sacrifice, and you trying to tell them that, you know, because of a personal life decision that they making is going to affect that. That's crazy to me. That's real crazy. You know, I mean, I can see if their personal decision was dangerous to the common goal of the administration or of the military branch that they're going into. You know, I mean, if you are let's say you're always in Russia and you're always talking to Russian military and Russian politicians and that kind of thing, and then you decide to go, yeah, I could see you blocking them from going into the military or into government, like being president. But anyway, but blocking somebody who decided that they want to have a different sexual orientation or have a different, you know, way of loving people and that kind of thing, that shouldn't have nothing to do with them picking up a gun and walking out there and being putting their body on the line to protect this country. That should have nothing to do. One shouldn't have nothing to do with the other.
Exactly.
You know, that Commander Cheeto has violated more rules, regulations, and situations than anybody who's done that. Who's decided to be transgender. He's him and his whole administration is a disgrace, and to put that on those people, it's totally backwards. Totally backwards.
Well, I agree with what Prince said and what you guys said. Basically, if they choose to put their life on the line, they should be able to protect and serve our community or the United States as a whole and not be stopped from doing anything. Like, what next? He's going to ban Muslims from doing the military too? Like, he's doing too much.
He would love to. Believe me, he definitely would love to, because he'll justify that. He'll definitely try to justify that. He'll be like, oh yeah, they might be doing this and they might be double agents, even though him and his people spend more time in Russia than anything else. I don't know why that still hasn't come up. But anyway,
I'm glad you segued into that before we.
I have no respect for that administration. I'm sorry.
Me neither.
Sorry for anybody else who does.
I'm right with you, Willie. But it's a great segue into the last topic before the show and stereotypes, because you brought up the Muslims and why you probably want to ban Muslims. What do y'all think about being stereotyped? You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, I think stereotypes are out there everywhere, right? And I think that we have to recognize when it's most appropriate to hold back on stereotypes, especially when you know that it's detrimental to the person's character. Saying that just because somebody is a certain religion, saying, if you Muslim, you must do this or you must be like that, or saying that because you wear dreads, you must be this kind of person, or saying that because you white, you must be, well off, or you must be prejudiced, or saying that just because you black, you must be poor, or you must be in the ghetto, or you must listen to a certain type of music because of X, Y, and Z. I think that sometimes we have to step back and realize that people are people, that we all are different. We all have our own lives and our own wants, needs, goals, our own loves, all that kind of thing. And you can't look at a person and tell what they are and who they are by just looking at what's on the face, for face value, or what's on the cover. You need to explore with that person who they really are, not like you say, stereotyping and automatically assume that they fit a certain lifestyle or they fit a certain situation, just because of one attribute. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I think the whole thing is silly. But I think that it happens everywhere. It's something that it's hard to avoid. I mean, I've even found myself doing it sometimes, especially when you're around your friends or you're around somebody that is like you, and you think like, oh, you might say something about somebody else that's different in a certain way, like saying something about somebody that's white or homosexual or a different religion, just because you think you know them, or not that you know them, that you think you know something about that other situation, and it's like you got to step back and say, you know what? No, I can't generalize. And that's the thing. People generalize too much. We say them too much instead of some of them, or some people, or some situations, or some whatever the case may be. We have to stop generalizing so much and trying to lump everybody into the same bucket.
Yeah.
Reason why I brought the topic, our good friend Jabril actually came up with that topic. Because he I guess he recently he got in a couple situations to where he felt like he was stereotyped, maybe because of his situation or his background or whatever. You feel me? First of all, he's not a criminal or nothing like that, but Jabril's a Mayan. You feel me? So, I guess he made people see him, and they might have a certain way or think about him a certain way. You feel me? Or address him, and then even one of our callers before, a friend of mine, Alex, called, and he posted something on Facebook today, to where how that old saying is, it's better to be thought of as a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. You feel me? Right. Alex the type, he'll open his mouth, he'll let you know, and he'll quick, oh, this dude is intelligent. You feel me? But but when you see him, he's not gonna come across that way. Or you feel me? He a regular You know what I mean? He just regular. You feel me? But the man smart. Huh?
I said how you just said he just regular.
Yeah. So, but then when you open it, then and I get that too. When I get into it, they don't understand. They just think you just some regular old dude. But then when you open your mouth, you begin to get into a conversation. You see, all right, wow, they got depth. You feel me? That person just isn't really shallow. You feel me? They just ain't just regular, just some hood nigga out here. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And you know, I get that a lot as well.
Yeah, I got that with the election. Somebody asked, "Oh, I didn't know you paid." Like what? I mean, I know my Facebook. I say a lot. I post a lot of petty and asshole shit, but I actually, like, you know, I know some shit a little bit.
and I think men and women, in particular, we need to stop stereotyping each other, especially in the black community. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And I think that's why we have so many bad relationships in the black community, because, you know, the stereotypes, like Brother Willie said, we generalize. So we may look over a certain individual who may be perfect for us because in our eyes they fit some type of stereotype or some type of you know how they say birds of a feather flock together.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So in our minds, you may look past somebody who's really perfect for you, but you know, oh man, she ain't about nothing. She hang with this or she does this. Something, you know, or he may not, he a bum, he don't do this. That may be the hardest working man you ever met, but you don't know that because you're just looking at, you stereotyping him. He just another this or she just another that. You feel me? And I feel like that's killing, that kills a lot of the possibility for a lot of good relationships. You know, stereotypes.
Definitely. I think we all do it as a people, as a whole. Everybody does it at some point, whether it's like a low key stereotype or it's like a out there in the open stereotype. Like, you know.
We all guilty.
So
I know I've done it.
Yes, I mean I still do it sometimes. Like, you know, I do it. Like we do it with our own people. So it's just something that we got to work on as a whole because it's a lot. You know.
I do that.
Our president does that openly.
And you know, right? Let's say, and I think a lot of times we do it too because it's comfortable, right? It's
exactly
comfort thing. You know, you sit back. I mean, that's why comedians use that so much because they know it creates a comfort between them and the audience. You know, when you can generalize or stereotype, you know, a certain group or whatever. You know, so it's just something that people, you know. I mean, I think basically we have to think about it from a standpoint. Like I preach this all the time to my kids: treat people how you want to be treated. And I know I hate to be generalized or stereotyped, so I try my best to stop doing it now. You know, I try my best to say, okay, you know what. You know, unless I'm making jokes, you know, past that, I try my best to reduce the generalizations, to level it down to who I'm really talking about, who are the specifics. You know, I try to be more specific about who I'm talking about or what I'm talking about. So, we had 90 seconds, guys. We got to wrap this up.
It's all good last episode, right?
Right. Great conversation.
Exactly. All right, Willie Styles at Willie Styles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. You can get at me, WillieStyles.info. Go ahead, Clint.
This your boy, Clint. You know what it is. You can hit me on my blog site, kingstruth.com, Snapchat at the King's Truth, Instagram. We hear you, lady. We know it's 60 seconds. You hit me up on Instagram, Clint Black, BLAQ. You feel me? Just Google me. I'm everywhere.
And it's okay. I am Sunny _D, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. I'm reservedlyme.com. Check me out. Good night, guys.
Hold on. Check our YouTube out, GFT Radio.
iTunes,
GFT Radio on Twitter.
Yeah, check all that out. We everywhere. Catch you on 7 days.
Yeah, just Google GFT Radio and you'll find us.
Yeah.
All right.
Good night.
It's Macy's Big Home Sale with savings for every room. Pillows and comforters from Hotel Collection, Charter Club, and more, 50 to 60% off. All Cuisinart, 30 to 50% off, plus a $25 mail-in gift card. And take 50% off luggage, plus a $50 mail-in gift card. Plus, get an extra 15 or 10% off with your Macy's card or Savings Pass. Now at Macy's Big Home Sale. Savings off regular and sale prices, exclusions apply.
Hi, you've reached the High Fashion Hotline.
Hi, my daughter's starting school, and she wants to make a great first impression, like dress to impress.
Take her to Old Navy.
Old Navy?
Yes, all kids' styles are up to 50% off. Get cute tees and active from $5 and jeans from just $10 at Old Navy and OldNavy.com.
Up to 50% off all kids' styles?
Yep, and Old Navy has a new kids in-store shoe shop. All shoes for kids, like sandals, high tops, and flats are up to 50% off, too.
Up to 50% off all shoes? Old Navy, here we come.
High Fashion, Old Navy. Valid 7/24 to 8/9. Excludes in-store clearance.